Wow. Okay, quickly, we've seen you back in the days of music, and then actually, we don't know when you started music, but we only heard from you when some of your hit tracks were played in Ghana. But actually, when was the last time, or when was the time that you actually pop up into the music industry?
For some of us, it wasn't like we popped up in the music industry. For some of us, it was our mission here. And like, what do you call, the guy who was swallowed by the whale, Jonah, who was swallowed by the whale because he was running away from his mission, from something that God has, a task that God gave him to fulfill. He was running away from it. He was, wherever he went, the mission chased him. For me, it's the same. Music, I've always been doing music. I have different levels. If you ask about when I started, there have been a lot of starting points for me. You know, I started performing with the band. We were only doing copyright of hit songs from the West. So that's one starting point. And then I have another starting point that I went solo. I went to the studio and started recording as a recording artist. So I have different levels. And during your introduction, I heard you say high life musician.
Okay, yes.
I am not a high life musician. I am a musician. I believe when God was sending me to the earth, He said, "My son, go and share music with the world." He didn't say go and share high life music with the world.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a musician first of all. High life happens to be one of the things I do, but I'm not a high life musician.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that correction. And but we know you started with high life. Now you box in, and then people have been keeping up, waiting that where's Kojo Antwi for the past days. But before to December, we heard it with Atitia Kuma, and then it's really trending everywhere. So where were you hiding within all this?
I haven't been hiding. You will agree with me that being a musician doesn't mean you have to. My life rotates around music, and I will be doing music no matter what. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'll be doing music on different levels. I am trying to open up some kind of incubation center that will train up the young ones to learn how to play some instrument. That's also music. That may not be an album that I'm releasing, but I feel I have to go up. Releasing a new album is nothing new for me. I've done that so many times. And so I'm always in the system. I do gigs. I do corporate body gigs. I did a show last 24th. I did a show last 25th December at the Labadi Beach Hotel a year ago. I did another show at the Kempinski Hotel. I do every 1st of January in Sunyani. And so I was in Namibia. I was in Norway. So I've been gigging around. It depends where you're looking at, or it depends where you're listening to.
Okay. So as you have been old in the system, and then actually your song have been very massive in terms of talking about Ghana music, and then we can never do away without your song. So as the young ones, those who are popping as the young guys, you being a big man in the music industry, what do you have to tell them to follow up in the music?
They are doing well. A lot of them are doing very well. I guess every time I get that question, my advice is not really to the young artists who are coming up. My advice will go to the team around those young artists, because they are the ones managing the affairs of the young artists. They are the ones telling them, go and do that, don't go and do this, or they are the ones talking on their behalf when it comes to gigs. So they are the ones who I have to speak to. You know, they have to allow the young artists to grow. When I say they have to allow them to grow, they have to go a little low on the praise singing and try to manage the artist well. Try to get the artist to, if the person sings, he or she should take up learning to play some instrument, being guitar, being drums, being bass, being keyboards or something, because that, when you understand your tools as a musician are the chords that you know, the minor and the major chords, and syncopation and augmented chords. Once you get to understand those chords, that those chords is what you will use to create the moods.
Okay.
So once you can inspire your artist to go back to the classroom. The studio time is there, but get the person, get him books, get him videos, get him songs that they can listen to, so that they will always grow. So my message will be more to the team around those young artists.
Okay, but thank you so much. But before then, those back in the days, music could last 2, 3 years, 4 years, and then when you play on air, people really enjoy it. Even we could imagine the songs we play about 80s and the 90s. We are still enjoying them now. But now, when they drop song within 1 year, everything is vanished. We can never see them again anywhere. What do you think is the problem as a musician?
It is not really a problem. I think if it is a problem, it is something we should all, when I say we, I'm talking about we as radio presenters, we are as radio owners, we as television stations, we as the media, what we churn out or what we help to promote to the masses who are listening to us. Some time ago, our leaders, our pioneers like Nana Pedu and all the great guys, Unipenuya and all the top musicians, Kunedu, Pat Thomas and the rest, who paved the way for us, taught us that we must word or a message. Good message is what used to sell music. Now it is not about good message. Now you can sing about nothing, but your beat must be strong. You know, but we are a people with a lot of rhythm. There's nothing wrong with when a beat is what is driving the song. And I think our message must always be, because we from this part of the world, we've blessed the world with our Nazi stories. We've our great grandfathers blessed us with a lot of proverbs and adages that we are so enriched with words that you can turn around. So why are we moving away from that to beat and not say something with substance? I think that is where the problem is, but it's up to all of us to help promote that.
Okay, so right now what I want to know before we let you go is that in terms of collaboration, back in the days, like, it wasn't just like musicians collaborating with one another, but now it is all about collaboration. As you continue playing music now, and we can see that the huge guys, we can count them, so many guys in Ghana now. So if you have a chance, or if any musician to invite, oh, I want this big man or this musician to come and then collaborate with me, who do you think in the music industry you'll be so comfortable to also collaborate with?
I can collaborate with everybody as long as the music has substance. Music is music. Music is language. As long as, even if it's a 5-year-old child and he learns to speak that language, I am ready to speak that language with that person. But it must be a win-win situation. I give something and get something. The person brings something and also gets something. That's what it's all about. It must be about positiveness.
Okay.
If it is about positiveness, it is something to lift us up as a people. I'm down for it.
Okay. Before we find out when we let you go, we could see that some people are calling that this time around the Musica president, Karen Gwan Obuo, and then they are calling that you really deserve to become the Musica president in Ghana. What are you also saying about it, and how are you responding to this?
Musica president?
Yes, sir.
I am already a leader in this industry. I think God has blessed me to become a leader. My music, my CDs, for some time, my CDs was the one that determines how much CDs are sold. I started 24th show in Ghana. I do it every year, and everybody is doing it, and it's good. I paved the way, and others God has already made me some kind of leader. I don't need to be the president of Musica.
Okay. Thank you so much. But before we find out why we let you go, what do you have to tell your fans in the Upper East region? Because people love you so much that they can't even afford to meet you one-on-one.
I love them too very much, and I thank them that they are supporting Ghanaian music. They must also support music that comes from the Upper West, because there are a lot of great musicians.
Upper
East instead, eh? Is
yes,
Upper East?
Upper East region.
Okay. Well, they should support music from Ghana, I would say, in general. But they should support music that comes from Upper East, because there are a lot of brilliant musicians there. Very talented musicians. I don't think it is fair that every musician must sing a G before the person gets noticed. There are so much rich rhythms in all over Ghana, and I think we should help that people get to know about all these great artists, because we are losing out if we don't hear about them. And so my word to the Ghanaians will be that they support all the geniuses, a lot of great guys, great artists whose talent must be on earth for the world to know about them.
Okay, but my producer said before final that I've made a big mistake. Should I make a big mistake if you don't really give us a tune of your own right now before we discharge?
If I don't give you what?
A freestyle or a cappella before we.
I don't usually do freestyle. The freestyle are for the young guys. Save it for them. The freestyle and what